Hi everyone, just checking in again. I do have some updates. They called me back from Brigham and Women Faulkner, and the woman that I spoke to, she's like, our transportation doesn't go to Middleborough. And I'm like, okay. It's a 45-minute drive. And they insisted on having me go to this hospital. They always do. I'm in Boston, and they always send me to Middleborough, which is far away. Not crazy far, but a good 45 minutes to an hour drive. If there's no traffic. And whatever. But it's not, like I said, not crazy. So I was like, can you have like an Uber bring it? Can you make some type of arrangement? It's a hospital. Of course they can make an arrangement to bring something that's less than an hour away. You know what I mean? That's just them giving me a hard time. Why did that EMT leave my stuff behind? He said the wagon didn't fit. If the wagon didn't fit, the bags definitely did fit in the ambulance. He just chose to not bring them. And to me that's concerning, because here's my stuff. I'm all the way in Middleborough in a psych unit, and all my stuff is all the way in Boston. I can't access it. I'm always in constant fear of people stealing my belongings, because unfortunately, wherever you go, there are people that like to steal. And wherever you go, there's always going to be racist people, unfortunately, that think that I shouldn't have nice clothes, so they feel entitled to steal them. And I don't want that to happen. I want my belongings brought to me. I don't want my belongings stolen. I don't want my belongings damaged. It just isn't right. People need to have, certain people need to have more human decency. Seriously. I'm a good person. I've gone through hell in the last year. My life has been dedicated to helping people. Never in a million years would I treat a client the way that I've been treated in the last year. I've been trapped in this situation. I would love to go back to work and help people like I always have, and be a stable person. And I'm trying. I'm trying everything I can. And if you watch my story and you keep an open mind, you'll understand that. It's pretty clear what happened to me, and how trapped I've been, and how hard I fought, and how horrible this all has been. Because I know most people are on my side, and they're rooting for me, especially the people that know me. They know what a wonderful person I am, and they really are devastated and heartbroken that these things are happening to me. They're proud of me that I've been able to, for the most part, remain calm in most situations, considering all this trauma that has happened in the last 10 months and how my life has been destroyed. I would appreciate it if Faulkner Hospital brings my stuff to McLean and have some human decency, and have somebody drive 45 minutes to bring my stuff, because unfortunately that EMT, I think it's from Brewster Ambulance, he decided he didn't want my stuff to be brought. As simple as that. And I have been hospitalized before, and I have had my belongings brought to me. So it was just that guy in particular that was being very difficult to me, and making things more inconvenient for me, and making me have to worry more about my belongings. And the things that I have are so limited. Geez. What's wrong with people? Seriously. God. Every day I tell myself, what the hell did I do to deserve this hell? Okay, so as far as my dog goes, they emailed me the letter, and I put it on Facebook and Instagram. I believe it's I have until the 5th to grab him, or they're going to make him city property, which I would never let happen, because he's my world. They did leave 2 phone numbers for places that could possibly do boarding, if they're available. Not sure if they would be available for me. So I would have to call them and see. You know, I don't know what my discharge date is. I don't know what my plan is. You know, I have to worry about these outside things just because they're very, very inconsiderate people out there. As far as my mental health goes, I have had a med change, and we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully, that is helpful, and hopefully, I can continue treatment. I can remain safe. Ross can remain safe, and my belongings can remain safe. You know, I probably sound like a bitch all the time. You know, but it's like I'm angry. So many things have happened to me. But like I said, anybody that knows me knows I'm like a genuinely good, decent person, you know? And that none of this should have happened to me. And that the people that have done these things to me are awful, awful people. And this needs to end, and I need to find permanent housing. And I have to remain strong. I have to think about the people that care about me and the people that I care about, and remind myself that there's still good people out there, despite all the terrible things that have happened, so that I can continue to have motivation to move forward. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll keep you posted. Bye.